My name is Sean Thomas, and I'm the author of Be More Today, a 40-day guide to a better version of you. As doctor of physical therapy, I've seen thousands of people do great things. They came to me with ailments, physical ailments, pain, issues, and they got through them, all because they decided in their mind they were going to do it. And I guarantee you, if you just trust the process and be persistent, you too can be the best version of you.
Welcome to the Be More Today show. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our show today. Now, let's hear it from our host, Dr. Sean Thomas.
What's going on, folks? What's going on, folks? Your boy again, Dr. Sean Thomas, back in the building of the Be More Today show. We are back in the building. And folks, we are here in 2026, nixing and fixing in 2026. That's our theme for this year, to nix and fix in 26. And season 7 of the Be More Today show is here, and we have been doing great things already in the month of January. So thank you so much for being a part of the movement. Again, BeMoreToday.com has all you need for our more merch, like my sweatshirt that I have right here, my Be More Today books, book 1 and 2. Project More is out there and doing some great things. Our step challenge is live for the month of January already, with over 41 people doing 10,000 steps for 40 days, and it continues to go. The group is closed now, so you got to join us for the spring session. But those who are out here in the wintertime getting those steps in, keep pushing, keep grinding. And for more information about that, email me at info@bemoretoday.com or follow us on Instagram and on Facebook at bemoretoday.show, bemoretoday.pt, and your boy here at Dr. Sean Thomas. The show continues to be alive and to thrive and to be great in this year, now heard in 97 countries. Over 78,000 downloads. So again, thanks to your love and support, this show continues to grow. And I want to say a special shout out to 3 big groups. Our main sponsor, which is Spy Belt, the best running belt in the business. Kim Overton and her team does a great job in Texas. Things are always bigger in Texas, but they do a great job with putting on a great brand. And I'll be rocking my Spy Belt as I continue to train for my Boston Marathon, which I am doing in April of this year. But for more information about Spy Belt, check out the website, spybelt.com, for all things you need to keep running and to stay always on the move. Our big-time sponsor, JAG Physical Therapy, thank you so much for being there for us always as well. Again, JAG is the biggest PT provider in the Northeast, over 170 offices in the tri-state area. They are our #1 injury prevention provider. So more information about JAG, jagpt.com. Go on the site. And if you need anything, either my office or otherwise, go out there and check them out. We do amazing work for those who are trying to get back to the life that they love. And our monthly patrons, thank you so much again for being a part of the process and for supporting this show over the last 7 years. It never goes unnoticed. Our quote for today is simple as always. If you know your why, you can endure anyhow, by Viktor Frankl. This has been the year, folks, already, as we're in early January, where I've said I want to nix and fix some things in my life. And that's our theme for this year, to nix and fix, to get rid of some things and to tweak some things in 2026. And I've been honored to run all my entire life since I was a kid, in college and in high school. Even now, I've been running for the last number of years and about to do my 10th marathon as a part of the Boston Marathon. And I'm happy to say I'll be finishing my Avid 6 journey with the last race I have to do. And the last race I am doing, the Boston Marathon, in April of this year. And I'm grateful to run with a group called Stride for Stride. And I've been talking about Stride for Stride for a number of weeks now as we continue to do our fundraiser. If you want to give to the fundraiser, the links will be in the show notes as always. But I wanted to talk more about Stride for Stride, but have someone who is a part of the thick and the beginnings of Stride for Stride talk to you about what Stride for Stride really is. And my guest for today's show is a new friend of mine, and I'm happy to have him on the show today. His name is Eduardo Rodriguez. So, folks, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, pets included, please welcome to the stage a round of applause for our newest guest on the Today's show, Eduardo Rodriguez. Eduardo, how are you? What is going on?
Hello, John. Good morning, everybody. I'm very happy to be here today. I'm doing fantastic. And most importantly, I'm very excited to share my Strive for Strive running story.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Let's just get right into it. Let's get right into it. Eduardo, what is Stride for Stride?
Sure. But before I go to what Strive for Strive is, let me share just a little bit about myself. My name is Eduardo Rodriguez Vivar. I was born in Puebla, Mexico, a small town outside Puebla. Um, I am now in Chelsea, Massachusetts, just 10 minutes drive from Boston. I've been here for the last 10 years. Now I call Chelsea home. I work at the restaurant called Contessa by the Newberry Hotel. It's a Contessa is owned by the hospitality company, Major Food Group, based in New York City. Uh, I am the founder of the Chelsea Running Club and the founder and co-director of the Chelsea Road Race 5K. But most importantly, I'm a runner, and I am proud Strive for Stride runner. Uh, I run with Strive for Stride, and I'm passionate about running. But I want to make it clear, I'm not your typical runner, meaning I'm not perfect. I'm I love the 5Ks. I love the 10Ks. I only run one half marathon. So I'm not fast. I'm not a long distance runner. But one of my running goals this year is to run a marathon. I only ran a half marathon, the Brooklyn Half Marathon in New York. It's fantastic. Running under the Brooklyn Bridge is awesome. But that's one of my goals. And yeah, and so let's go Strive for Strides. And what's Strive for Stride? It's a non-profit running organization. What does Strive for Stride do? Strive for Stride uh, buys race pips for immigrants, BIPOC, and low-income runners. And what's Strive for Stride mission? Strive for Stride goal is to increase diversity and inclusion and make running more accessible. Strive for Stride was founded back in 2018, November, by Tom O'Keefe, a wonderful human being. Tom is doing fantastic work in the running community and outside the running community. But Tom believes that every money, Tom believes that money should not prevent you from getting to the starting line, especially in running. Crossing the finish line can change your life. So that's a Strive for Stride. That's what
Amazing,
Strive for Stride is.
amazing, amazing. Well, listen, kudos to you for doing so many things in the Massachusetts area. I went to school out there in New England for a long time, so I know Newbury. I know all the areas you're talking about. Love it out there very, very much. And the fact that you're a part of the Strive for Stride family is huge. And I'm curious to know when you were first introduced to Tom and the Stride for Stride family. When was that?
Well, I was first introduced to Strive for Stride back in 2020. Uh, uh, 2020 was in the midst of the global pandemic. I don't know if you remember those times. How
Oh, I
can you
remember.
forget the
I
2020
remember.
crazy times?
Hmm.
Bad news everywhere. People were dying. People were struggling to put food on their tables,
Yeah.
and bad news everywhere. And I still remember the day the first I heard about Strike for Strike. I was at home laying on my couch watching TV. I was probably eating Doritos and drinking Coca-Cola. Not very healthy. And as I was watching TV, someone was being interviewed on TV,
Hmm.
and that was Tom O'Keefe. And Tom was talking about Strive for Stride, what Strive for Stride is all about, and what they do, and the community running community, talking about supporting immigrant, BIPOC community, low-income runners, and they don't pay you, they sponsor you they buy you the bed number for you to go to races. And I was like, that's awesome. That sounds amazing. I want to be part of that. I want to I want like I s- so right after the interview was over, I ran to my other room, I grabbed my phone and I Googled Strike for Strike. I wanted to see what's true.
Mhm.
like when you see something on TV,
Yeah,
sometimes it's like, oh, it's too good to be true. That can't be true. So I go
yeah,
strike for strike.
yeah.
I read everything about strike for strike, and I sent the email to Tom right there. Tom, I want to be part of Strike for Strike. This is why I belong here. I want to be part of the team, and I sent the message, sent, and I thought, maybe Tom is gonna reply in a week, 2 weeks, or a month. I didn't have any expectations, but to my surprise, Tom replied within minutes. He's Eduardo, welcome to the team. Welcome to Team Strike for Strike, and uh and yeah, that was my beginnings with Strike for Strike.
Amazing, amazing. And since those beginnings, how has running changed your life as a result?
Oh my gosh, this is such a great question, and I take this question very personally because running has changed my life in many ways. And I'm gonna break it down in three parts, if I may. The first part, how my life has changed as a result of running, is running gave me my back life.
Mm,
The second thing is running gave me a community, and the third part is running gave me purpose. Strike for strike. So I'm gonna touch bases on each of one of those points, but running gave me my life back, literally. I am in my 30s now, but when I was 18 years old, I have a car accident.
mm,
Um, uh, it was a horrible car accident that I hurt every part of my body. I broke my legs, and I was in bed for 6 months.
wow.
Couldn't move, couldn't move, couldn't walk. I was in and out of hospitals many times, and after 6 months, I remember one of my visits to the doctor. One of my doctors told me, Eduardo, because one of my legs was in the risk of being amputated, and the
Mm,
other leg, I broke my tibia and
mm,
peroné, my
mm,
tibia and peroné in two. They were hanging like this, and after the surgery and pieces of metals and screws, they put me 18 screws on my legs, and the doctors told me, Eduardo, you forget about you're gonna be able to walk to do no, normal life, but forget about any sports. No sports
mm,
for you. Just walk. You're gonna be able to walk. Thank God you are able to walk, and I believe that. So for years after after that, I didn't do any sports, and it took me that car accident. It took me years to recover, and
mhm,
for a long time, I was prescribed with. So I got depressed because of that, and I developed some PTSD because of the car accident, and I
right.
was prescribed medication for my depression, and 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 at some point I wasn't doing good, so I wasn't exercising because I believe my doctors. I was depressed and taking medication, and at the same time I was abusing alcohol. So I was
Mm,
drinking
mm,
every day and smoking up to a pack of cigarette a day, and one day, so I did that for years. That's a recipe for not healthy, this disaster. So I felt horrible, and I remember in 2018, one morning, April, I get up at 5 in the morning and look up went to the bathroom, and I looked myself in the mirror, and I felt sorry for myself, and I said, this can't be me. I was overweight. I was feeling not good, and my face looked horrible. And I was like, I'm tired of this. I said,
mm,
enough. It's enough.
yeah.
So I put my running shoes on. They weren't even running shoes. I just put whatever shoes I have. I put
Mhm,
my running shoes on, and the first thing that came to mind, go for a run. I said, I'm gonna go running, maybe a mile. But I only run like 2 blocks nowadays. I couldn't run more than 2 blocks, and my body hurt, my legs, no more than 2 blocks. But that day, that was a defined moment for me.
yeah,
It was so I started running every day. Every
yeah.
day I was feeling better. And I ran for 3 months every single day. And every day I was running longer distance. And I was able to run a mile, then 2 miles, then 3 miles. And then I remember I was amazed. I can go to the park and back. And
Mm,
that was amazing for me. And And that moment, that was a defining moment for me. And suddenly I was feeling better. I lost 52 pounds in 3 months. I'm not saying
Woo!
that's healthy. Please
That was
don't do
great.
it.
It's
Please don't
amazing.
do it yourself. I didn't feel depressed anymore.
Mm,
I stopped. I I throw my medications away because those medications sometimes they were not good for me. So I didn't need those. I'm like,
mhm,
I threw my medication to the trash. Please don't do this. I threw my medication on the trash. I threw away my TV and I started running every day. I started running, 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 and and um and running gave me a second opportunity. I went from broken legs and addiction and mental health issues to being able to. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm still struggling. I struggle, but running gave me. When I say running gave me my life back, that's what I mean.
mhm,
So that's when I
mhm,
say, and but the second part, running gave me a community. How my life had changed as a result. Running gave me a community. I discovered, like I say, I discovered Strive for Strive back in 2020, and like I say, from 2018 when I first started running to 2020, I ran by myself, all alone. Nobody ever knew I was running. I ran every street on my neighborhood, but nobody ever knew I was running. And until I discovered Strive for Strive. And I remember the first time I was going to run with Team Strive, meet up and run with Team Strive for Strive. Remember, we were in the midst of a global pandemic, so there was no
mhm,
real races,
mhm,
but we were going to meet to run a social distance race, like a social distance. And I remember that day, the first day I was going to meet them, I was running late to my running late to my running, like 20 or 30 minutes. And I say, oh my gosh, they're gonna be gone. They might be running right now. But to my surprise, they were waiting for me. And they were waiting for me with smiles. They were, Eduardo, welcome to Strive for Strive. And they were so nice. I felt very welcome. I felt supported, and I felt inspired by Strive for Strive. Strive for Strive was a very little team, very small. Um, I think when and I felt that, and I remember saying to myself, I belong here.
mm,
So we ran a 10K. There was a 10K around that neighborhood, and that was my first time I ran with Strike for Strike, and that's when I say running gave me a community, a
mhm,
place where I felt welcome, inspired, supported, and a place where I felt I belong. And the
mhm,
third part is running gave me purpose, meaning in life. I was kind of lost with addiction and problems and mental health, and my life wasn't going anywhere, and I didn't have any aspirations. So I ran my first race with Team Stride for Stride, the Farmer Road race. Crossing the finish line changed my life,
mm, mm,
literally.
mm.
Crossing the finish line gave me a mission, gave me
Yeah.
purpose. So I remember I saying I ran with Team Strive for Strive, that virtual race, social distance. So when I finished that day, my first meetup with Strive for Strive, I was the last to finish the race, the 10K virtual race, the last.
Mhm.
But I celebrated like I won the Boston Marathon, like even
Yeah.
more than those people. I seen they win the Boston Marathon and they just crossing and that's it. I celebrate like I won
Yeah.
the Boston Marathon. And
Yeah.
and Tom, I remember Tom O'Keefe telling me, Eduardo, wait for you to run your first real race with real people and with a real finish line. So
Mhm.
one day, one afternoon, when I was on my way to work, I received a text message from Tom. And Tom was like, Eduardo, do you want to run the Farmer Road race? But let's be honest, and with much of respect, I didn't know where Farmer was. I didn't know nothing about the Falmouth Road Race. And I say, yes. I say to Tom, yes, immediately, not knowing anything about Falmouth Road Race. I didn't even know where Falmouth was. And Falmouth is about 2 hours drive from here in Cape
Mhm.
Cod, Falmouth, Massachusetts. It's about 7 miles run. And the Falmouth Road is a race that Strive for Stride loves. And it's one of the best races up there. And Team Strive for Stride love that race for many ways, because that race has been able to change people's lives. And
Mm.
this is the whole experience going to Falmo. Found my first race back in 2021. Tom, Strive for Strive rented a place for us, for team members, team Strive, to stay there in auto camp. So about 10 members, 10 Strive for Strive runners, we went there together, like a road trip for 3 days. We stay at the same place. We eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner together. And
Mhm.
of course, we run the iconic Falmo Road Race. It's Falmo Road Race is amazing. It's the race, the community, the support from the community is like anything else. They do it best.
Yeah.
Falmo, the community of Falmo, it's amazing, very supportive. So, and I remember, but before going to the Falmo Road Race, Tom told me, Eduardo, the Falmo Road Race can be a life, crossing the finish line at the Falmo Road Race can be a life-changing experience. And it was. Tom wasn't lying. It changed my life. When I
Mm.
crossed that finish line, there's a photo of me crossing the finish line. I ran into Tom. Tom took the photo of me at the finish line at the Falmo Road Race. But when I finished the Falmo Road Race, when I was going back to home, to Chelsea, where I'm from, where I live now, when I was driving back from Falmo to my community, to Chelsea, all I was thinking, how come in my community we don't have anything like this? I've been running in Chelsea for 2 years, and there's nothing like this. People are not running in Chelsea. I don't see anybody running. Sometimes you see people running, but it's not very much. So
Mhm.
the next day, I woke up and I went straight to my city hall to talk about running. And of course, nothing really happens. But I keep coming to my city hall to talk about running many, many times. Until one day, I ran into the city manager back then, Tom Ambrosino, and I proposed a road race, like the Farmer road race. And I share my
Mhm.
experience, Farmer road race experience. And I say, I propose to create a road race in Chelsea for the community, for the champions, to celebrate our diversity and community and heritage, and to promote running in Chelsea. And and they look at me like, who's this guy? We don't know nothing about you, and you wanna create a road race in Chelsea as big road race, because I was envisioning something big
Mm.
and
Mm.
for Chelsea. So Tom Ambrosino, city manager, introduced me to B. Cravara, which is the director of the Chelsea Recreation Department. Um, and they say, Eduardo, how about if instead of a road race, a run, we create culture of running? And I say, that makes sense. And so the Chelsea Running Club was born. We started a running club to create culture. They say the city doesn't have a run club. We used to have a run club back in the days. It was very popular. So the city doesn't have, you want to create a run club with the city. So we started the Chelsea Running Club. And
Mm.
one day, so our first season was back in 2022. That's when we started the Chelsea Run Club. And then I forgot about the road race. I forgot everything about roads. Like we had the run club, and then I was busy with the run club. In 2023, I shared the dream of a road race to members of the Chelsea Running Club, and they were very supportive. And now my dream, the dream of doing something like this in Chelsea, became our dream, our
Mm.
idea. Members of the Chelsea Running Club embrace it. People like Felix Maldonado, Jackie, Johanna, Dory, Nikki, Aran and Emily. Aran was the first race co-director for the Chelsea Road Race, the first year. We started working. We started thinking, planning. We never organized anything like this, and in 2023 we started organizing, getting together, and we were able to create the first Chelsea Road Race in 2024 in September
Mm.
8th. So September 8th, 400 people ran in celebration of Chelsea's 400th anniversary. And that was all. That was a great day for our community. And the name of the when we were choosing the name for the race in Chelsea, I was inspired by the Falmo Road Race. Let's keep it simple. Chelsea Road Race. Falmouth Road Race, Chelsea Road Race. So
Hmm.
now the city of Chelsea has its very own Chelsea Road Race. My goal with the Chelsea Road Race is that one day this race becomes uh, a traditional road race every year, an annual road race for our community. Last year, the second annual road race, we have 500 people running. It coincides with Chelsea Day. We celebrate at Chelsea. We have great relationship with many departments. We work together with the Chelsea Police Department. The first year, Captain McLean started the race with a gun. Last year, 2025, we work a lot with we wanted to honor the fire department. So the fire chief, Kateri, started the race with a fire truck, the crane, the American flag, and started the race with the horn of with the fire truck. So that was amazing. That was a great experience. It was a great day for our community. And right now, I am in the early stages of planning for the coming road race this year, 2026, which it will take place in September 4, Saturday, September 4. So running gave me purpose. One day, Strive for Strive gave me a free bib number for me to run the Falmouth Road Race, and that bib number gave me back my life, gave me a community, and gave me purpose in life.
Yeah, yeah, that's big. And not only that, it gave you all those things, and then it helped inspire you to create your own run club to inspire others. I mean, that legacy by itself. Shout out to Tom. I mean, Tom is doing great things clearly in the Massachusetts area, but he did give you that encouragement for you to go out there and share that same love to others. And I think that's the beauty of the running community, that your race, whether how fast or slow it was, is now inspiring others to go out there and do the same things. That's amazing to hear, Eduardo. I love to hear that kind of stuff. I love to hear that kind of stuff. Strive for Strive
Thank
is very,
you.
very special. It has a very, very specific target population. And I'm curious, I've talked to many people on the show, and I'm advertising on the show about why it's so important that we support immigrants and BIPOC communities. But I wanted to hear from you, since you are a member of Strive for Strive, why is it so important to you that immigrants and BIPOC communities have an opportunity to run?
That's a wonderful question. I think it's very important that immigrants have the opportunity to have access to running, to be represented. I think running, I think running, I think what Strive for Stride does is more than buying a race bib. It gives people opportunity. And what the work Strive for Stride is doing is so important right now nowadays. It's because Strive for Stride, right now, immigrants, you see what's going on around the country. And Strive for Stride gives gives you opportunity to go up there and represent yourself and to get the starting line, equal opportunity to be with everyone else. But most importantly, Strike for Strike gives you dignity, give you hope, encourage you, and support you in many ways, such as mental health. And right now, what's happening in the country with immigrants, a lot of immigrants, they feel they've been targeted, they feel they've been persecuted, and a lot of immigrants are running immigrants, or are being feeling anxious, depressed. And I think the work Strive for Strike is doing now is very important, more than ever.
Yeah. Can you talk to us about the mental health services that Stripe offers? I always talk about it on the show, but I'd be curious to hear from your perspective how in depth it is and how beneficial it's been for those who are receiving them.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's Tomo is started doing mental health in Stride back in 2025. So mental health in Stride is one of the programs of Stride for Stride. It gives runners, it provides mental health therapy sessions for anyone on the team who needs it. Uh, I have um, I have been lucky to be one of those person who I took advantage of it. So Tom started uh, mental health in Stripe back last year, 2025, I think in January. And somehow I personally always struggle. Well, during the winter time, winters are
Hmm.
hard for me sometimes, and
Yeah.
I get a little depressed here and there. But when I hear about Stripe for Stripe doing providing this kind of service, I say I'm gonna take advantage of it. So I was part of it. I took online therapy sessions for about 3 to 4 months. Uh, Um, Maria was wonderful, and the best part of it is it was in my own language, Spanish, en español. It was in my own language. Maria was wonderful, and it helped me in many ways. Running did not help me. A lot of people talk about running. Oh, running is mental health, but I
Hmm.
think sometimes, in my opinion, I share my story how running changed my life.
Yeah.
But running changed my life, but mental health therapy helped me understand my life.
Mm.
So I think running is good, but running alone doesn't do the work. Mental pro, so mental health therapies are great, and it's a wonderful tool for us for runners. I think Tom, Strive for Strive, Tom, they believe that mental health is important for runners, and running you train your body, you run fast, but sometimes you forget about your mind. And I think
Mhm.
mental Strive for Strive believes strong runners need strong minds. So it's a very important program for our runners, and I've been taking advantage of it, and I love it, and I'm sure many Strive for Stride runner, everyone on the team have the opportunity to take advantage of it.
Yeah. Well, listen, Eduardo, I love all you shared today. I am excited and honored to be a member of the Strive for Stride team as I'm training for the Boston Marathon happening in April. And I just want to say thank you for being on the show and sharing your testimony, sharing your knowledge, your story. So inspiring, from the weight loss to starting the Chelsea Club to so many things. I mean, you are an inspiration. And I just want to say in closing, and I mean, ask in closing, people have been talking about ways to support many things in life, and I every week talk about Stride for Stride, and I know financially that at my marathon fundraiser is going towards that. But for those who want to either give to my marathon fundraiser or Stride for Stride in general, what can they do, and how can they support Stride for Stride financially or otherwise?
I think the best way they can anyone. So first of all, congratulations on running. Is this your first Boston Marathon?
First and
Well,
last, sir.
that
Yes.
that's awesome. Congratulations. Um, I want you to know that we will be there. Strive for Stride on mile 23. Just look out for us on mile 23. We're gonna be there cheering on you. That's one of the traditions. We get together the whole team on marathon day, and so we're gonna be there for you. So it's gonna be a great time.
Awesome.
And I look forward to meeting you in person. I hope that last year Tom O'Keefe organized a check-out run for Team Strive for Strive. So I hope we do it this year. I'm not
Yeah.
sure, but I hope we do, and we get together. And I hope that you had the opportunity to meet other team members and to run together. I think that will be wonderful. But so congratulations on that. I
Thank you.
also know that you run right now training for the Boston Marathon, and I know you're training in the cold. It's winter sometimes, and I want you to know that when you're running and things get difficult, maybe you're running 10 miles. It's cold outside, and it's difficult and painful. And I want you to remember you're not running alone. We're here with you. I'm here with you. I'm grateful for you doing this for Strive for Strive, raising what you're doing. You're raising awareness, and you are not running alone. You are running for us. You're giving us voice. You're representing us. So you're running for hope. diversity, inclusion, and you giving us an opportunity to be at the starting line. So I think I want you to think of that when you up there running, and but also, so how you can support Strive for Stride the best, the best. What I say always is just do what I did. Google Strive for Stride, learn about what Strive for Stride is all about, and of course, and share it on social media. If talk to Strive for Strive about Strive for Strive with your neighbors, with your family, with your friends. You never know who needs it, who needs to hear the message, or who needs to be part of the team, or join this community. So please, please, please share our mission and support your fundraise. That's wonderful. If you can and you feel that there's a Strive for Strive, it's some you feel like Strive for Shrine is doing great work, please, if you can, make a donation. That helps a lot. Like accessibility is something, is a core value for Strive for Shrine. But unfortunately, at like running a race, running should be for everybody. But accessing to running sometimes is not. And what do I mean by that? Races are expensive. And now these races are getting more and more expensive. So, as an immigrant runner, I understand how it is to work hard and just survive. Many Strive for Strive runners are immigrants, and they work a job, two jobs to support their family. And when they have to choose between paying your rent, buying groceries, or supporting your family, paying $100 or $350 for a marathon, for a race, it's impossible. So what Strive for Stride does, and that's a wall. That's a wall. That's a barrier that running in running. People don't see this part of running, but
Mhm.
this is a barrier that keeps immigrants, BIPOC community, people of color, and low-income runners out of running. And as a result, there's no diversity, there's no inclusion. So it's a wall that keeps people out. But what Strive for Stride does is Strive for Stride breaks the wall down. That's that's the message I want to send. Please support Strive for Stride, learn about Strive for Stride, and I leave it like that.
Amazing, amazing, Eduardo. Eduardo, what's the website for Strive for those who want to give online?
It's striveforstride.com.
Awesome.
Striveforstride.com, very easy. The website created by Tom, very accessible. You learn about all the programs, the mental health program, heart to car program, and anything Strive for Stride is doing.
Awesome. Awesome. Sir, thank you so much for being on the show today. You made this one for the books. And I got to say, I appreciate you. I look forward to seeing you at the finish line.
Absolutely.
And I'm going to be there. I can't say what my face is going to look like or what I'm going to feel like, but I will definitely be there. And I'll look for you and we'll give a high five and finish
Definitely.
on my side. So I really appreciate you, sir. Thank you so much for being on the show.
You're welcome. Have a
No problem.
wonderful time. Have a
Yeah.
wonderful day.
Thank you so
And
much.
bye.
Folks, he said so many poignant things. I mean, I am super excited and I'm even more pumped now to run Boston and knowing that I'm running for a great group, Stride for Stride. I always knew, but hearing it from him himself, one of the main runners of the group who actually was a part of it, is a part of it, and has done other things now being a part of that group, it gets even more hyped to go out there and to spread the word about what we're doing for Stride, raising funds again for immigrants and BIPOC populations to go out there and have an opportunity to finish the race. To Nixon Vixen 26, but to also go out there and get their mental health right in various ways. So if you do want to contribute either to my fundraiser for Boston, the link is in the show notes, or to Strive for Stride directly, striveforstride.com. Go out there and support Eduardo and Tom and all those who are part of our team. And I said our team because we are one team. And I'm super, super excited and blessed and honored to be a part of this team for 2026. Folks, that's all we have for today. Hope you guys have a great time. Have a great time. And I will see you guys next week. And don't forget our quote from today. If you know your why, you can endure any how. If you know your why, you can endure any high. Eduardo told you his why. He told you many, many whys in his story. So remember his why, know what your why is for this year, and let's continue to nix and fix in 2026. We'll see you next time on the We Want Today show. Peace.